Laura is a famous reporter for The Guardian. Everyone respects her because she always finds the truth. Her last story exposed a fake charity, and her boss praised her for it. One day, while checking emails, she gets an invitation from the Lindstad Foundation. Before she can read it, her editor Rowan calls her in. Rowan asks how she's doing, and Laura quietly says that her informer from the last case was found dead. Worried, Rowan tells her to rest, but Laura refuses. She shows the invitation. It's for a 3-day yacht trip in Norway hosted by Anne Lingad, a rich woman with cancer. Laura says it might help her relax, so Rowan finally agrees. The next morning, Laura boards a fancy yacht named Aurora Borealis. A steward named Carla welcomes her and asks her to remove her shoes. Laura soon meets a cheerful rich man, Adam Sutherland, and then Dr. Robert, who is Anne's personal doctor. Later, she's shocked to see her ex-boyfriend Ben, who's there to take photos. Adam also introduces her to Heidi, an art museum owner, and Heidi's husband Thomas. Everyone jokes and laughs together as the yacht sails off. That evening, Anne's husband Richard hosts a dinner and thanks everyone for donating money to help the sick. He says Anne is resting and will join them tomorrow, then announces a surprise. A famous singer named Danny will perform. Richard greets Laura warmly and thanks her for coming. Later, Laura calls Rowan and then runs into Richard in the hallway. To avoid him, she hides inside a random room, but a blonde woman is already there. Embarrassed, Laura quickly leaves. At dinner, she feels awkward because she's overdressed, but Heidi and Ben both tell her she looks fine. After dinner, a guard named Sigrid takes Laura to the library and wants to meet her, and looks weak but kind. She tells Laura she has read her reports and admires how she helps people who can't speak for themselves. Suddenly, Anne starts coughing. She admits she stopped her medicine because she doesn't want to depend on it anymore. She gives Laura a copy of her speech for the charity gala and says she plans to give away her money to better people. Laura feels moved by her words. That night, Laura wakes up from a bad dream and hears strange noises. She goes out on the balcony and sees a woman's body floating in the water with a bloody handprint on the glass. Scared, she runs to tell Carla, and the crew sends a mayday call. But when they check, everyone on board is safe. The captain says no one was ever in cabin 10. The guest canceled earlier. The blood mark and cigarette she saw are also gone. No one believes her, and Laura feels helpless. The next morning, she asks Richard to let her meet the crew to identify the woman, but no one matches her memory. Later, she visits Anne, who looks tired and says she needs rest. Still shaken, Laura goes to Ben and says she's sure she saw the woman. She checks Ben's photos and finds a picture of that same blonde woman. She shows it to Richard, but he and Adam both deny knowing her. Dr. Robert suggests Laura is stressed and might be imagining things. Shocked, Laura asks how he knew about her last case. Ben admits Rowan told him. To calm her down, Richard arranges a spa session. After a bath, Laura finds the word "stop" written on her bathroom door. Terrified, she asks if anyone entered her room, but no one saw anything. Adam appears nearby, but he denies doing it. When she asks to check the camera footage, the crew says the cameras are turned off for guest privacy. Later, she notices hair stuck in her shower drain and collects it in a bag. Laura sneaks into the locked cabin 10 and finds more blonde hair in the drain. She runs to Ben and says no one ever stayed there. So whose hair is it? She believes it's from the woman she saw in the water. Ben tells her to stay calm. Sigrid promises that if they don't find the woman in 32 hours, he'll help her file an official report, but warns her not to scare the guests. Laura hides the hair in her coat. At lunch, Richard gives a speech praising Anne's strength, and everyone claps. Later, during whale watching, Laura quietly asks the staff about the blonde woman, but no one admits seeing her. When she walks back, Dr. Robert catches her near the crew area and warns her to relax while she can. Back in her room, she checks her hidden bag. The hair is safe, but she finds a loose button on the floor and keeps it too. Later, she sits by the pool to relax. Suddenly, someone pushes her into the water, and the pool cover closes over her. She struggles to breathe until other guests rush to save her. Shaking with fear, Laura tells Ben that someone just tried to kill her. Laura notices Dr. Robert's sleeve. One of his buttons is missing, just like the one she found earlier. She tells Sigrid about the pool attack and asks where her coat is. He says it was sent to the laundry. But when she asks about the plastic bag with the hair and button, the crew says they didn't find any. Angry, Laura accuses Ben of telling others. Ben admits he did, thinking it would help her. Hurt and furious, Laura tells him to stay away. The next morning, the singer Danny leaves to avoid bad press, and everyone blames Laura for causing drama. That night, Laura hears a soft knock. When she opens the door, she sees someone in a gray hoodie walking away, the same kind the blonde woman wore. Laura follows her to the lower deck and demands to know who she is. The woman says she didn't attack her, but warns Laura to stop investigating or she'll die. Laura grabs her, and during the struggle, the hood falls. It's Anne. Shocked, Laura freezes, and the woman knocks her out, locking her in a small room. When Laura wakes up, she realizes this isn't the real, and it's someone pretending to be her. When the woman returns, Laura accuses her of lying. The woman finally confesses her real name is Carrie. She says Richard hired her to act like, and until a new will was signed that left everything to him. Richard found her online using face-matching AI and trained her to behave like Anne. But when the real Anne found out, Richard killed her. Carrie cries and says she only did it because she's poor and has a daughter to care for. Laura warns Carrie that Richard will kill her once the will is signed. She begs Carrie to help her expose the truth, but Carrie is too scared and runs away. Later, when Ben goes to look for Laura, Robert stops him, saying she needs rest. Meanwhile, Richard grows nervous and orders Robert to make Laura disappear. Robert hesitates, saying killing and was already wrong, but Richard threatens to expose him for giving and a fatal overdose. Terrified, Robert agrees. At midnight, Carrie sneaks into Laura's room and says she overheard Richard and Robert's plan to kill her. Laura pleads with her to tell the police, but Carrie says she can't. She'll get arrested too. Laura warns her again, but Carrie only leaves the door unlocked before escaping. Laura promises to protect her after the signing. The next morning, everyone prepares for the final gala on shore. Ben stays behind while others leave. Laura, pretending to be asleep, sneaks out and hides in the library. There, she finds Anne's original speech and tries to call for help, but Robert finds her with a syringe. She runs, but he and another man chase her. Just when she's cornered, Ben appears and fights Robert. During the fight, Robert stabs Ben in the neck with the syringe. Bleeding, Ben tells Laura to run. Robert tries to stop her, but Ben strangles him before dying in her arms. Crying and desperate, Laura jumps into the cold water and swims to shore. Meanwhile, Richard finds Robert's body and tells his men to kill Carrie after the will signing. Carrie, unaware of his plan, signs the fake while pretending to be Anne. Later that day, a cold and exhausted Laura arrives at the gala. Sigrid sees her and helps her inside. She tells him everything, that the real Anne is dead, Carrie is the fake one, and Richard killed his wife. That evening, Richard starts giving his speech about Anne's legacy. Suddenly, Laura steps onto the stage and grabs the microphone. Richard panics and orders guards to remove her, but Carrie stops them and says Laura should speak. Laura reads Anne's real speech, revealing Anne wanted her money to go to the foundation, not Richard. The crowd is shocked. Furious, Richard yells at Laura and accidentally admits Carrie isn't the real Anne. Realizing his mistake, he grabs a knife, takes Carrie hostage, and runs. Sigrid shoots him, wounding him. Laura rushes forward, fights Richard, and knocks him down. The police arrive soon after and arrest everyone involved. Days later, Laura publishes her story, exposing Richard's crimes and Anne's murder. His partners are arrested, and Anne's dream of helping others finally comes true. Laura remembers Ben's bravery, while Carrie starts a new, peaceful life with her daughter, finally free from Richard's lies.
Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching.